What a nation. What a nation. Oh my goodness, what a nation. Why are we doing this to ourselves? Why are we having motion without movement? Why are we stuck in one place? Why are we making the same mistakes? Why are we doing the same thing over and over and over and over again and expecting a different result? Isn't that what they call insanity? Are we insane in our nation? When are we going to get to that promised land that we ourselves should even promise ourselves? When? For crying out loud, when? Again, we are trending no to social media bill, something that we trended about 4 years ago. 2015, we were talking about no to social media bill. Today, in 2019, the end, because we are coming to the end of 2009, this is November, and we are still talking about no to social media bill. So what happened? What changed? Nothing? All that energy, all that everything fight that we put into it in the first place, we still went back after election, we still brought in people who would also talk about social media bill and hate speech bill. For crying out loud, can't we see that we are the problem? We bring in these people who are not supposed to be elected into office, all because of our fears, all because we do not believe in ourselves, all because we do not know that yes, we can. We have not realized that indeed the power is in our hands. We haven't. We have allowed ourselves to believe what we have been told. We have allowed those who have conditioned us to make us believe that we in ourselves, we do not have the power. We have allowed them to win. We must break that shackle, that mental captivity that they have kept us in. We must break it and free ourselves. Until then, we will continue going around in circles, the vicious circle, just going around, motion without movement. 2015, we were talking about no to social media bill. We did a march. We got it to be stopped. And we went 2019 and we voted in the same kind of people that we talk about such kind of bills. Many people say to me 2019, Aisha, you're wasting your vote. Your candidate cannot win because she doesn't have structure. You didn't waste your vote. Your party, your candidate had structure. Where are they today? Did your candidate win? Many of you said to me, yes, we know your candidate is good. She has all that it takes. But you know what? We can't vote her because she doesn't have structure. What happened to the one you voted for? Where is that structure? There is none. It's a myth. You and I are the structure. By the time you and I decide, that's when we will get the right thing, the right people in place. But because you have allowed yourself to be enslaved with this belief that it is only certain parties, if it's not APC, PDP, then nothing will happen. That's why we have the same kind of people in our elected office. They are the same, whether APC, whether PDP, whoever, whatever, they are the same. If nothing has taught you any sense, if nothing has taught you anything, if nothing has touched you, if nothing has given you the aha moment, if nothing has said to you, wait a minute, what have I been doing all this while? Please let it be the picture of the former president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, whining and dining and laughing and playing with those APC governors and APC officials. Let that be your aha moment. Let it matter. Stop dying for politicians. Stop fighting for politicians. Stop attacking others for politicians. Let's collectively hold them responsible. So many people that insulted us, called us names. Why? Last administration, because Jonathan was in power. This time, we have people calling us names because Buhari is in power. Has Buhari or Jonathan shown any care for you? Are they not the same? Are they not doing the same thing? Are they not giving us bad governance? Are they not refusing to be accountable? Are they not refusing to be transparent? What would it take for you and I to have one voice and demand for a better Nigeria? Would we allow ourselves to be taken round and round in circle? He sat down there. These two parties that you say, oh, if it's not them, election will not be won. So when these people go in, the senators, the governors, the House of Rep members, the chairman, the chairpersons and chairman, the councillors, the House of Assembly members, they don't owe you anything. No, they don't. Because you didn't vote for them. You voted for their parties. Because you believe that it's only their parties that can win. Because their parties are the one you have so-called structure. You have not realized that you are the structure. So when they get in, they won't care about you. They will not listen to you. They are not accountable to you. And in fairness to them, you wouldn't have voted them if those parties did not give them the ticket. If they had gone to other parties, you wouldn't have voted for them. So why would their allegiance be to you when you did not vote for them? When the only reason why you gave them your mandate was because the party had given them the ticket. So, you see, their allegiance, their loyalty, their accountability will be to the party and not to you. Because you do not know that you have the power. You do not know that you are the one who is the boss. You do not know that you are the one who is the employer. You do not know that you are the one that matters. For those of you that laughed at me when I said I will vote my conscience, and even at my polling unit, I was the only person that voted my candidate. Where are you? Both of you, you and I, where are we today? Your candidate didn't win. Yeah, my candidate, even though she had stepped down, I said I was still, as long as her name was there, I was giving her, because that's the only person I felt I could give my mandate. They didn't win. Imagine if you and I had come together and say we will vote our conscience. We will vote those whom we know are capable rather than those whom we think will win. Don't you think something might have happened? Think about it. Just think about it. If we had all done that, would we have this kind of people who will do a social media bill and a hate speech bill and be talking about the kind of things that are, who will go and copy a law from another country and just bring it in? Just copy and paste? Would we? At least whoever would have voted in would have known that we were the ones who voted them in, and they would have been accountable to us. But today, what we have, they cannot be accountable to us. Senator Elisha, who is there shouting about who is so pro social media bill. Would you have voted for him if he was not in PDP? Definitely not. So the only reason why you voted for him was because he was in a party that you felt had a structure. And he's there and you think he's going to listen to you? No! You threw away your power. He's not going to listen to you. He's going to listen to the party members or the party officials or whatever. I was shocked, especially with the young one, the youth of this nation. You have everything. You have the power in your hands. Most of you will do better than what we have over there. I'm in my 40s. In the next few weeks, I'm going to turn 46. And I tell you, I am amongst those who have failed Nigeria. And you guys can do so much better than we are. And let me tell you something. If you're 40, even if you're, by the time you're 35, you're no longer a youth. Most of the youth, if we put them in the position today, they will do far, far better than what those our parents' age and our own age would even do or have done or are doing. But yet, you refuse to harness your power. You refuse to stand. The fact that we failed, must you fail? Is that what you're looking at? Some of you come out to say, oh, were you not your generation? So, we made this mess. We couldn't do anything. Yes, we failed. Must you be failures because we are failure? Because we failed, must you fail? No, you can't be. You must do better. You must put your time together. You have everything. This social media, you do not understand the power of the social media. It has ensured that you can talk and they must listen. It is no longer when we grew up where all we had was they telling us what they want us to hear and refusing to listen to us. You know what it is that time? For all you could hear was 9 p.m. news, 7 a.m. news. The government will come out and tell you whatever it is they want to tell you, and that's it. And they move on and they go away. But today it means that you have a voice, that you can speak, and they must listen, and they must hear you. It's power that we never had. 46 years of age, I never had that power. I will only rant and rave and be angry in my little corner, and they couldn't hear. But today, in your little corner, you will talk, and the president must listen, whether he likes it or not. He has people that he has employed whose job is to listen and check whatever it is you're saying on social media, so that means something. You know, you shocked me when just before the 2019 election, all the youth in the two so-called parties, as far as I'm concerned, are the same. They threw them away. They didn't give them tickets to run. They didn't. The people that at least, you know, will go there, will do something, they didn't give them ticket. And instead of you to be enraged, instead of you to call my mates out and those who are in our father's age that should retire, that have refused to retire and are still there, instead of you to call us all out, you sat down, you did nothing. You were waiting for crumbs. You didn't fight for your fellow, for your fellow youth who were taken away, who were driven out of office, who they refused to give ticket. And I was shocked. Wow. You let it go. And today, see what's happening. If you want to be like us, like my own generation, where most of them have been made to be like slaves. They are afraid to talk. They can't say anything. Most of my generation are too scared to do nothing. They won't come out. And you want to say, oh, we want to be like us. Fine. We have a country where there's nothing. Or else you can decide to change your destiny, to change the destiny of Nigeria. You can decide to say enough is enough. You can decide to go for it. You can decide to have a nation where the voice of the citizen will matter. And it starts now. You must say no to social media bill, no to the hate speech bill. Election reform now. Because it is through election that these people come in. And that election must be reformed in such a way that it is people with competence, character, and capacity that get in there. Whether we like them or not, I don't need to like you to vote for you. If I know you are capable, you have the capacity, and you can do the work, I will vote for you. I don't care what part of Nigeria you are to vote for you. That's not about business. I don't care what religion you practice to vote for you. Religion is your personal business, as the way it is my personal business. You're not coming to the mosque to come and be my leader in the mosque. So your religion doesn't matter. What matters is what is it you're bringing to Nigeria? What is it you're bringing to the table? What is it you're going to do to ensure that Nigeria comes out of where it is now to get to where it's supposed to be? We need leadership that is transformative. We need to disrupt this system. We need leadership that is disruptive. We cannot continue the way we have been. No. Nigeria can no longer be behind. We must be out there, and you have to take the lead. We all have to take the lead. Enough is enough. Where that fear of, what is it again? Structure, party structure. If it's not APC or PDP, you cannot win party. So you only vote for Hello? You know the mistake that a lot of people make is that they think that election is the same thing like football, like being a fan. Being a citizen is the same thing like being a fan. They are two different things. In football, yes, when your club wins, you have a high, you have good feeling and everything. It doesn't have to be like that in election. Because what most of you do, most people do is that they vote people that they think will win so that they can say they were part of the winning party. It's not like being part of the winning club. No. It's not the same thing because your life is directly affected. Whether your football club doesn't win or doesn't win, after a while, it doesn't directly affect your life. It's just your emotion. After a while, you move on. But the people that you vote into office, they affect your life. And so you must do something about it. You cannot just sit back and wait. Okay, let me vote the person that is supposed to win. Why? Why don't you look for the best person? Even if you're the only person giving that person vote, your mandate, your vote, give it to that person. And know that, yes, you voted the best. You didn't vote for the person that is likely to win. Because what we do is to vote the person that you think is likely to win so that you'll be able to say, oh, it was my candidate that won. You see people trying to say, I delivered my word. What was the essence of you delivering your word? You delivered your word. Clap for yourself. Now they want to gag your voice. They want to shut you up. Was that what you delivered your word for? Or that, oh, I delivered my word. It's absolute rubbish and nonsense. You didn't deliver anything. You didn't vote for the person because it was a person. You voted the person because it was a party. And so the person will not have any allegiance to you, will not respect you, will not be accountable to you. They will only be accountable to those people who put them in the place. And that's where we are. And it is time we change that. It is time we change that so that in the next 5 years, we are not coming again to be doing a no to social media bill. Very irritating, very annoying. And then you sit down with your coping mechanism, you bring all sorts of joke, and we begin to laugh and joke because, hey, Nigerians are the happiest people in the world. Is this happiness? Are you truly happy? Or it's a method of coping with all the nonsense that's happening in our country? You and I must begin to do something. Nigeria must work in our lifetime. In our lifetime, we are not living this thing for our children.